Alright, let's do a little quick video here about Bitcoin and what we're going to do. Because it's been a while since I've traded, and I just want to sort of get back into this and take a look at some of these indicators. So, we are seeing that we are somewhat triangulating here into this little zone. Sort of a level of resistance here, and then our support comes through here. Potentially even more like this. Could be going this way, but it could also be going this way. So let's just kind of go with, let's go with, that's probably just a spike through there. To kind of be helpful to look at other ones to see. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, so we'll kind of start with that little triangle type of thing happening. We're holding above these EMAs, which is, alright. Now, let's look at this RSI here, because as you can see, the RSI is getting smaller. It's getting lower here. And we know that when the RSI goes down below this 50, that's when things really start to attack, as you can see right here. So, kind of want to watch for that. It starts heading down there. So that's when we know we're downtrending. As you can see right here, pop below, we hit this massive drop down. So when it gets under the 50, you really want to kind of be looking at that. And when it gets above the 50, as you can see right here, this is when it just took off right here. Just went above the 50 and started going up. And same thing happened here. Whoosh. Anyway, so let's just go ahead and look at the MACD. So the MACD is starting to spin off here. And well, we could see from before we can have some sort of an expected type of move like this. As you can see here, the MACD sort of took off and curled around. So if we have the same type of scenario happening here, then we should see some sort of the same type of thing going on. It's pretty simple. We'll see. This seems to be a pattern. So that's that. Let's go into the weekly. And so yeah, we actually have something pretty nice going on here though, because we're holding above this level, and yeah, the RSI just kind of poked above this as well here. So that's going on, but we do have that, that. Let's see if we can actually do this too, because look, the RSI can triangulate as well. Sort of this type of slanted line here. A little bit. Maybe it's a little too much there. Jesus. Okay, let's just call these an area of resistance here, which is fine. Okay. And then we also have another level here, kinda. So we're just kind of reaching these sort of really high areas of resistance over there. We can't really expect it to penetrate through all that stuff. But if we do, then that would be really insane. Now, what else is here? What else is here? So we also have this level that's right here. See that? And we're kind of sticking to that level right over here. See where the wicks start to poke out from here. We get our bodies just like that. Now, another look at the MACD shows us that So more of these triangles, but we poked out of this. Oh, see, we're starting to like try to get out of this. Trying to push out through here. And you know, if we can hold above these and start going up here, that means that we're probably going to be going on some kind of a big move up if we do that. But you know, I don't know, because look, it didn't even get past this. So because of that, and it didn't even get past this. So like, let's make it there. See, it's not even getting past these pushes up. So we can kind of disregard that somewhat. I mean, it's obviously going to break that. It's not possible to not break it. Look. So that's the thing, like with these diagonals, at some point time simply breaks these lines, and so it's inevitable that we break this. If this continues, like, it's either going to smash the volume down here, or it's just going to break this and just continue, right? So think about it, like, it's either going to create more of these little things that are constantly compressing in here, and maybe even drop down or whatever, or if it just continues along normally, like if it was just continues along normally, then this is what would happen. So when you get to these end of these lines, it's a little weird, because it's impossible to not break them. Or, I mean, it's possible for this to just go down again. That's always true. You always have to think about all these different possibilities, right? But anyway, what's really cool here is that the MACD is pointing up so high, so that's kind of interesting there. But I think we kind of have to look on the lower time frames to see what's really going on. That was a really strong level of volume there. But notice how the level of volume has been decreasing somewhat, even though the price was going up. So that's kind of interesting there. From there to there. And that always just kind of means that we're kind of on the fifth wave of some sort. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that makes a lot of sense, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. See, when the volume decreases, it always decreases on the fifth wave. Can you see that? On the third wave, it's always going to increase a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess it just kind of depends where you start this. Third wave should always have the highest amount of volume, though. But I mean, it's just kind of a triangle, so principles don't necessarily have to apply in the triangles. But anyway, you can see the volume has been decreasing here, and that's kind of important to look at. You always have to look at all these little tiny details and just try to piece things together. We have this very interesting level here. That's quite interesting. Okay. So we need to go into the daily now here. And from the daily, from the daily, again, we have this level. And we're sticking to that level pretty nicely here. And then we have this level, which has protected us here. Okay. This thing curled around. Yes. Let's go in a little further now. This thing, so the MACD kind of died here, and as this crossed over, this thing just shot down, pop through here, curling around there. So now the RSI is holding above 50, which is good. As you can see, it seems to want to be uptrending a little bit more here. And we made another little triangle right here that we managed to pop out of on the upside. Let's just change this color to white. Okay. This could have been like that, but it's kind of more like that. Alright. So we kind of popped out of this triangle here. However, we are still holding this level of resistance here. So that's kind of dangerous, as you can see here. So there's really only three things that generally tend to happen. It either goes sideways, or it goes up, or it goes down. You kind of want to be thinking about what you're going to play, because it's either up, sideways, or down. And if it's sideways, that means you're going to take smaller trades. We'll do this hand. Smaller trades. Sideways, smaller trades, right? If it goes down, well, obviously you want to short. If it goes up, you want to be longer. But if it goes sideways, you want to take smaller trades. And if it goes up or down, like, you'd want to be taking a lot bigger trades and holding, depending on what you think might happen. So, yeah. So it seems to be curling upwards, but I don't really know if it's going to break that level of resistance there. So I'll take a look at this. I mean, yeah, it's basically around this 0.6 level. So it could definitely poke up here a bit, because Fibonacci levels tend to play out really cleanly. But you know, we could also say it did this. Nah, we're going to take the whole price structure into consideration here. Let's also consider that, let's see, this RSI here. Yeah, so again, these levels are pretty important. Here, here. Let's see what this level was. Kind of in here. So a lot of lines, but kind of helps to see where the price is at now in comparison to these other lines. Let's see, this. Here. And we're just poking above now, see? So this is sort of a stronger move than there. We're maintaining this upward trend here, so that's kind of nice. And actually, yeah, we could actually come up to here, because, like, there's really... And look, if you look back through here, so this level was there, and then we have now this little level here, which was broken through, and now we're holding above here. So this has a potential to, you know, reach this upper end of this, potentially hitting the 618 level here. Should be kind of interesting. Now what I really want is I want the horizontal volume, but I don't think I can get that on this chart. So it's kind of a bummer. Let's go in a little bit further here. We're on the 15-minute chart now. let's actually just clear everything. And we're kind of biased towards the upside, remember, because things are looking up and we have that sort of MACD thing that was, well, really the histogram, the limit of the histogram. Yeah, I mean, we are coming into this section here. Just kind of triangulated upwards, this with an ascending triangle, and broke through that, popped out there, taking us into this little region here. I do want the Fibonacci level. It's pretty important here. And once again, this little triangle popped out here. It's just kind of seeing the same shapes on a smaller time scale here. This does look to have been more of this kind of a thing, actually. Played out pretty perfectly on the edges there. Regardless, it's just it's not really a big deal. And now we come through this, poking through here. Well, this was the setup here, I guess. It would have been a good long to take here, because you know it's poking through your triangle. So now that we have that, I mean, we have a chance to do a small trade, maybe. We can go ahead and see that level is being pushed through there. See, now the histogram is ticking down a little bit here, so that's kind of indicating it might want to start coming back down here. Histogram is pretty important. And look at how this thing is trying to curl around, maybe. Yeah, we'll see, you know. Look in here, but looks like this is flattening out. If we go to the 5-minute here, it's now trying to basically make higher highs, but it's ooh, this would be an amazing short around here. So it's probably gonna poke up a little bit higher here, and the RSI is just gonna start cracking down like this, and so the price makes higher highs, but the RSI just starts going down here. Then it's going to very likely start to fall. It doesn't have to be following this line perfectly. It's not making higher highs on the RSI, but it's making higher highs on the price. So where was the ultimate highs? Ooh, we still have a lot to go. It could head up to here. It's kind of high. We'll see. You see, as we go in closer, those highs become, it's kind of risky. Like, it's just such a wide area. Like, this whole thing is basically a good short. Anywhere in here would probably work pretty well. So, you know, you want to have a couple of orders around here or something. You're just gonna want to take a pick, you know, take your pick. If you're gonna take a stop around here, you know, you might want to stop out like up here or something, right? Let's see. Let's try to zoom down a little bit, maybe. So, yeah, it's kind of rough. You have to play big ranges, because if you play small ranges, you're just gonna get killed. So this is kind of our short region here. And as we look in here, yeah, see, look at what the histogram is just dying here. And it's making bigger lows. It made a bigger low here. That one. So, yeah, look at all these little wicks sticking out here. Like, this is just indicating it really wants to start dropping. And the MACD, look at the MACD. Oh my god. Look at the MACD just pathetically attempting to break that level right there. just sort of, this is a 5-minute chart, so if we go in further, it's not really going to give us that much more info. And so this is pretty cool. So let's just basically, oh yeah, and then you can also see that this is going to be a 5-wave structure, something like that. And when we do that, yeah, I mean, we're seeing that, you know, this is the short range. This is where you want to start shorting. So we could measure this in a couple different ways. We're already hitting this 382. We already kind of get past it, but it could reverse at any moment here. And as you can see, usually what would happen is this would hit the 615 or 618 little pocket right there, and then it's gonna pop down. Now, it could reverse anywhere between the 382 and the 618, and that's why you kind of want to have like 2 orders, maybe 3, maybe 1 at each level, and then you'd take your stop somewhere. And you know, I guess we would have to take a stop like around here or something. And you know, that's just how you play it. Sometimes you win, and sometimes you just don't. But what I like to do is put my order closer to the higher end. So if I was going to do this, I would probably want to do something like this. We'll put a stop here at 0.35. We'll wait until the price pops up to this 415, 16 level or something like that. Now we should also take a look at the order book, because the order book is going to be kind of important. And then we would take this and we would aim for that 382 level. Now if it does come up higher, you know, obviously we would probably hit around there, right? And so we would aim a little lower over here. Now this is going to give us only a 2.5, so I really don't like that kind of a trade. And so I would want to aim for more like a 4.5. So if I would take this trade, I would aim something like this. I'd take a short up here, take a stop here, and take my entry there. So what we are going to do is just that. I'm going to put a trade in for 11,416. And this is Bitcoin here. Great. I'm actually looking at the wrong one, right? This one is Bitcoin. This one is Bitstamp, and we actually need to do it on this one. Hopefully it's the same, but we'll see. Yeah, get the numbers right. You notice how we're planning like really far ahead here. Like it's not gonna happen for some time now, but we are gonna catch it as it pops up through here. Where are resistance levels? Wow, this one doesn't even want to go past there. This is actually a little bit different here. It's like getting killed right here. Oh man, we TA'd the wrong chart. We're probably going to yield similar results. In fact, that would be a good confirmation if we yield similar results. We'll see what happens though. On the 15-minute chart, again here. So what was this? We were thinking that, yeah, it might pop up here. Oof, but this one looks rough. Ay ay ay. Yeah, I mean it might come up to this, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so I guess we gotta TA this. Yeah, I mean we're still yielding similar types of things. You can see the same shit is happening here on the indicators. This is curling around, and we really want to get into the short right now. Oof. I think we missed it. But oh, that's right. We were looking on a smaller time frame, not a bigger time frame. So okay, so let's look up here, and we see a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, something like that. And then we're gonna want to take the whole Fibonacci here, and then we're also gonna want to take this Fibonacci from here to there to there, and we could see, yeah. So we were actually looking on a very smaller time frame. So, and we think that the price might pop up to the 403. It might go up to about there, and if we're gonna be holding that, this is a 3. That's a 3 return right there. That's not bad. We could probably hold it to here, though. I think it's probably going to come down to this. You know, this 4. But, alright. I'll go for, like, the 2.5. No. You really got to go for big trades in this game. You can't fuck around. It's a big drop, but I think it's going to happen. Now, this might not even get up here. I mean, I think it would. 1, 2. We go down to the 1 minute chart. Man. It's like. I think it might. Well, that's our plan. So we're gonna stick with it. We're gonna go 405. We'll put our stop at 441, and we're gonna aim. That's a 3 right there. I'm okay with 3s. I'm okay with 3s. We'll even shorten the stop a little bit. We'll put it at like. I mean, 441 is fine. Okay, so 405, we'll go and put that in here. 405, and this is going to be a short. Quantity of USD, I think we're going to put our 0. How much do we have? I think we have, like, a little bit, but we're just going to put a 10 here. See if that works. Yeah. There you go. And we'll go into the 5 minute chart here. So what we can actually do here is triple our money. We put in $10. And if it flicks up here, grabs our trade, we're going to put our stop at 41. 441 right there. Just like that. So reduce only, buy. Now it's a conditional market. 41. Quantity, 10. Close on trigger. I don't even know. What is this? Close on trigger. Oh, yeah. And we're going to put that right there. It's the market. Buy when it hits 11:41. Close on trigger. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Not, then that would be crazy. Alright, so yeah, so we're looking for a little poke up here. And it's probably not going to get up there, hopefully. And then what we're going to do is we're going to aim for that 3.3, 3.3-ish, or basically 3.2 or whatever. And we're going to get this to, well, we could do 292. Big deal. Okay, 292. 11,292. And we are going to do this as a limit. Reduce only. Right here, 292. And this is going to be a buy. We actually have to wait until we have to wait until we actually are in a position before we can do that. Now I want to make sure that this is not reduce only here. The one at 405, so I'm going to reset it. 11405 is not a reduce only. So we're going to put that like this. There we go. So that's going to work. Alright, so that's that now. Now, that's the thing. So you notice how it might not even hit our trade. And that's just kind of the way it works. Like this is a good setup here. You know, this is what I think is gonna happen. Put a stop here. You know, and that's what I think that people. That's what I think is gonna happen, because like it happened so many times over here. In fact, that stop is rough. Like it could have even been a further stop. Anyway, like we kind of have to anticipate the market. We don't want to put a trade in usually at market. Like we want to always be anticipating ahead. Like think about what's gonna happen here. Like there's so many people here with the stop. People are gonna stop out as soon as this pokes through here. Watch. And look, the histogram's poking up a little bit more. We'll see. We'll see. You know, you never really know. See, I told you. Look, it poked up again, and now that it's going up, guess what? Everyone's gonna be freaking out, right? It'd be nice to look at the order book to actually see what was happening over there. I don't think we can even do that. Look, there's a lot of people trying to buy right here. That's kind of nice. And people are buying into this. Look at the price. Let's look at the price. I want to refresh this because otherwise it gets out of position. So we'll just watch this. Did it hit our order? Oh, it did. So now we're in a trade. So we actually hit the order right here. And we'll see if it comes down to a 292. Right here. We're going to make this reduce only. Bam, right there. So we're going to see if our trade plays out in this video. That would be pretty awesome if we could do this. I think that's a little bit too high, actually. Too much of a move there. Let's aim for the 298.5 thing right there. I think that one might be a little better. Okay. So at this point, like, you don't have to do anything. You just sit and wait. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it works, then we tripled our money, and we will be getting $30 back. And we just put in 10. So yeah. There's really nothing I can really do at this point besides just pause the video. And yeah, I mean, we can talk a little bit about how the trades are going, like how this thing's going, but it's gonna take hours. Like it's gonna take hours to do this. We could see here that the previous moves, like if it goes from there, that's an hour. So I'm thinking it's gonna go here. Now, what happens if we get stopped out right here? Well, that would suck. But no, I was look here. Look at how the sellers are coming in here. They're really pushing this down. And now we'd have to, oh, well, look at the price here. If the price breaks the 18.5 level, 18.5, 18.5, 18.4 was 13. So it's dropping down really hard now. Okay, so that was probably the top right there. Unless this goes back to test it again. And if it does try to test it multiple times, then we know something's up. Let's see if it tries to test it multiple times. It's the 18 level. 18. Oh, it's trying to creep back up. And we'll see if the sellers jump in earlier than that level. So yeah, they're trying to just having a little bit of a tussle here. And the sellers are not really liking this, so they're kind of pumping down here. There you go, there you go. Okay. So they're holding now this 13 level here now, see? So let's see what happens at 13. And 13, 13, 13, 13, 13. Come on. Let's see, get those green buys. Let's get those buy orders here. Let's see how many people hit this order at 13. 13, 13, 13. There we go. 13, 13, 13, 13. Are they holding it here? Holding it? Oh, they're holding 13s. They're holding 13s. They're breaking 13s. Remember that 18.5 level? Oof, they're trying to push through this again. Ouch. Alright, that's not so good. We still have $20 more left to go, though. And what happens if we lose this trade? I kind of forgot. 0.3? I don't know. We're not going to lose too much here. Let's see. It's coming to my stop. We don't like it. We don't like it. We don't like it. We're gonna lose like what's 0.3 of $10? I think we're gonna lose like 30 cents. Look at that. See, we're at minus 2 cents here. Now, I may be wrong about this, but am I wrong to assume that this is now oh, we're not gonna make $10. That's right. We're gonna make like 10 cents. Why did I put only $10 here? Should I put more than that? Well, anyway, we're probably gonna lose this trade here. So it was good that we didn't put all that much in. Now we have to look at these indicators because I'm a little bit confused why this is going up so high right here. So poked through this level. That's kind of interesting. Poked through there, but it's still holding this, and we still didn't get stopped out. And that's what I really like about my stops, because sometimes I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut because it's probably gonna get hit right here. But I like stops in that way because sometimes it's like it just barely. This happened before, and I made like a killing on this trade when I did it before. Right, it just barely got to my stop, but it just didn't, and it was like $1 away. Do you feel the tension in the air? Oof, that was a rough move right there. Okay. So anyway, poked above there. Poked above there. Wow, this is so exhilarating. Yeah. It would be crazy if it does exactly what what I called, because I mean, like, that's just crazy. But I don't think so. I mean, that was a big green candle there, but that was definitely exhaustion. I mean, I think they're trying to push it up again here. Goodbye, cruel world. But this is like the perfect place to be putting in a trade right here. So, like, look, it hit this, hit these levels here, and bam. So what's probably gonna happen is it's gonna like poke through here, and then it shall. I don't know what the hell this is. Failed to cancel. Refresh this. It's probably gonna start turning around here. So let's go to the 1 minute chart. No, 5 minutes. And we will see, like, this would be a good place to enter too. It's hitting the 618 in there. Well, we'll just see. It's not that good to go in against the trades, against the move. So let's clear this, but it's gonna still kind of do the same thing, I think. I mean, I don't really know, right? No one really knows. We'll just take a look at what's going on here. I really think it's gonna pop back down from here. Like, look, the RSI isn't getting higher. So, with that being said, there was one more thing I wanted to look at. This Fibonacci level here. From here to here. And do that. Now, like that. Go in here a little bit. Refresh this. We're probably going to try one more trade here. And when we have an account of $10, we want to be risking 10%. We want to be risking $1 to make $3. If we risk $1, we're talking... First I gotta figure out where the entry is. It's getting a little bit tight at this point. Like, we should have put $100 into the account so that we could actually play with 10% and make some decent profits here. But no big deal. No big deal. How much of a move is this anyway? It's 3%. I mean, it's barely enough to play. So we were looking at this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5 here. So if we go like this, yeah. And the funny thing is, like this one would have worked. And it's so annoying because, like, sometimes you just don't know which one to go off of. That's all I can say. It's trying to curl around here. Make another pop up there. So what are we gonna do? What we're gonna do is what the hell is this? It's the wrong thing. I don't know. We're gonna have to think a little bit about this. It's not conforming to our lines very well. It's a little difficult to think about what we should do here. But it's okay. So well, that was a bit of a bummer, because I think that was the peak right there. I could try this again, but just have to see. 15. Yeah, so here's the level. And what we could try to do is something a little bit like remember what I said about sort of playing the smaller levels, you get kind of killed, right? You see how I was off by literally just a few dollars, and because of that, I lost the trade. It was really close. Now we'll see, though, if this really was the peak, because it might not be. It might try to pop up again. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if it tries to make another attempt at this. Go up there. Hit that. And then we want to get a good RR. It's going to be like this. This is a 5R, so this is a good trade. Now, what the price was 11,443. And this is going to be where we sell short. If we want to make $1, what we need to do is, gosh, I don't even know. It's calculating this is a bit difficult. Limit entry. Oh, we need to put in $100, right? Yeah, we need to put in quite a bit. But how much is this? It's 0.17. So in order to risk $1, we need to put in $500, and I don't think that is possible because we can only do 100 here. So let's see. Can we do $500 here? short that? Oh, we can. And our stop was going to be, what was it? 11,462. And this is going to be like that. Oh, I was wrong. 62. There we go. I don't know what the hell that thing was up there. Let's just get rid of it. What? Where are the conditionals here? Let's get rid of one of them, I guess. There's two of them there? No. Whatever, man. Conditional. Mark it. 11,462. Buy. There. Okay. Yeah, and then when it comes down, we're going to take at 11,337. So, if we get the trade in. Let's see what happens. Go to a 1 minute chart. It's a little tight, like, it's such a small movement. What do we have here, though? Yeah, because it didn't, like, I don't think it's going to go past that level there. But it might retest this. Poke that. Come on. Give me another little bit of right here. It's just a few bucks. It's just a few bucks. And then it wants to come down to the it's already up there, yeah? Okay. 11,336 here. So we're gonna do it like this. 11,336. We're gonna put that there. Come on. Reduce only. Bam. And now we will see if our trade plays out again. I do believe we're risking $1 right now. A single dollar. I know we put in 500, right? It's like, oh, put in $500. But no, we only are risking a single dollar. And that's why you have to calculate this stuff. Now, unfortunately, it looks like we're going to get popped again. But, again, we have to see. The strength of these bulls is very strong right now. But look at the RSI. Like, the RSI is just, it doesn't want to go past this level here. It's just the you know. In the histogram, it's just not going. It's just not going. Look, see, it's just not going. Wait, why is this? Yeah, I don't know. Come on, it's so exhilarating. It's so close to my stop. Also, I don't really like trading like so in, but because it's like, yeah, it's so close. I prefer to have like a bigger distance that we're playing, but there really isn't that much else going on right here. Because we have this, which is the move that we're playing, moved up there. And, I mean, there's really not much else that we can do about this right now, you know? So, let's see. We have a good buy order right here at the 11.51. 451 here. It's cranking up. Don't have a lot of sellers here. We're 62. We don't have a lot of sellers on this book. But the volume has been decreasing here, as you can see. Volume has been going somewhat down here. I figured that'd be maybe the last poke. But I might be wrong. Yeah. And this is how you lose money on screen. Isn't that interesting? But you know it's gonna come back down. Like, look. It's like at that point where it's like it's trying to make new highs on the price. Okay, we're gonna stop trading here on this, and we're going to take a look at how these people react. And maybe what we need to do is look for a better candle, because I think that may have been the reason why we are taking losses here. If you look at these candles that you can see here, there was no real indicator candle that tells us, like, this is really going to be turning around from here. So before put in one more trade, we're going to want to look for a candle that might confirm that we're getting kind of towards the end. Now, there is another trading method. You probably know my other trading method by now if you've been watching these videos, but bam, we got a base right here. And what we could do is wait for this to start cracking this base and just basically just buy along the way down. And then it'll pop up again. Simple. Unfortunately, it doesn't work when it's going up, right? You have to kind of do it a little differently. So, let's see how it reacts to this level. That's probably it right there, huh? Look at the RSI going down like that. Alright. So this poked up there. That's not good. This is shooting up here. This crossed over there. This is now holding this RSI level right here. It's just too small. Ooh, that's a good candle. That's a nice candle. See, that's a hanging man. So that looks pretty nice. Okay. We're gonna have to go for another short. Let's do this. And we're gonna have to aim really high on the way down. And we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything there. Is that it? It's coming down now? Look at those wicks. I like that. Okay. So if we're going to be taking profits around here, yeah, I mean, it might, I don't know. It's kind of tough. Trading is tough. The EMAs are just like, oof, they're just killing it up there, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just wrong. I mean, I really don't think I'm wrong though. So we're gonna try one more thing. How much is that? So again, same thing. Well, hopefully it comes back to my price. So 11,497. Just think for a moment here. You know, trading's a lot of fun. Okay. Ugh, I mean, that was the spot right there. But now if we start entering, you know, it's gonna be like it's cutting into our profits now. Oh, we could still make a 4-1. So let's see if it comes back to like 470. 470, but this time we're now taking 25%, which is going to mean that we need to put in $400. So we always have to calculate $400, and we're going to do that at 470. And then we're going to take our stop here at around 495. 495. Of course, this isn't going to work. I mean, 495, just like that. Goes on trigger. You will see that this isn't gonna work. It's gonna come down now. You know? It's gonna I'm gonna miss the trade. You will see. You will see. Just watch. It's kinda how trading works. It's like, you know, you got your plan and you were this close. Like you were this close. It was this close. But I gave it 2 shots, and then on the third one, it did it. Right? Watch. Just watch. And I didn't get the third one because, well, It was too late. Just watch. Just you watch what's about to happen. It's ridiculous, isn't it? I was literally this close. So close. Right? Come on. Trading is so hard. Let's see what happens on this bias. On this on this order book over here. What are we aiming for? 355 or some stuff like that. Yeah, like 355. Oh my god. It's just it's just a bummer, you know. So there's another way to look at things by these little lines. Yeah, I freaking told you. We got that one. This one cracked here. And yeah, we also have another one there. These lines are powerful. Bam, this one's holding. So this one's quite nice here. Okay. Yeah, it's possible that it might come and tweak our order right here. But honestly, I doubt it. I think it's gonna come down from here pretty hard. And we're just gonna miss this. I just have a feeling, you know? That move down was just so strong. Look, it even cracked that one. It cracked that one. So it's just, oof. It's telling us. I mean, hopefully it hits the 70s because the 70s are really good. But I mean, I don't think it's gonna. And I'm not gonna move the orders. Like, the orders are staying where they are, because that's the good trade. You're not gonna trade a bad trade. I'm not gonna move the order down just to try to get in on this. Okay, maybe I'll do it with like a 0.5 so that it's on the 69.5 or something. There. 69.5, so that it is not on the 70 marker, which has a little bit more orders. Whatever. 0.69, 69.5, it's fine. Ah, oh, come on. Give me the trade. Give it to me. Come on. There we go. Okay. Now we're in. Now, we hope again. And again, we're just aiming for the 356 right down there. 356. And that's going to be reduce only. Bam. Alright. Let's see if it works. Look at the numbers here. You can see that the sellers are pushing down really hard right now, and there are no buyers in the book. Now we're reaching a level where there is a buyer here, and we shall see what happens. Now keep in mind that we just created a new line. This line broke, and now is no longer a line. So now this line is still maintaining here, but we have another line, you see? This line right over here. This line is maintaining strong, so it might triangulate in between these lines here. From there, it'll either go up or down. Now we can definitely probably assume it's probably going to keep going up because things tend to keep going up, don't they? So we'll just see. We'll see what happens here. So our signal line. Consolidating here now. And if it breaks this low, it's a really good sign that it's just going to keep coming down here. It's breaking that line now, so this line is no longer valid, but it might come off of this line a little bit. Let's try to hold that one. That line looks pretty strong. Of course it's going to try, but it's going to encounter this line right here. It's going to be a little bit difficult for it to pop this line if it's on its way down. If it cracks it, then we know it's probably going to pop back up to here. See, these lines are very powerful lines. If time goes on and it doesn't go lower, it's going to crack the line, which means it's going to come up to here. So in the next minute, if this does not go lower, then it's going to crack this line. See that? It's going to crack the line if nothing happens. But if it starts dropping, looks how it's trying to crack the line here. See? Within the next minute. But if it starts pushing down, then it didn't break the line. See? So now that line held, telling us that this line now broke. And we now shall see whether it comes down to our target. Now, it is a long target. It's a big target there. I don't think it's going to take it in one go. I think it's going to be a couple moves. But generally what tends to happen is where's the Fibonacci level? Basically start from here and go to there. Let's get rid of this crap. And so no background here. Generally what tends to happen is it comes back to the 382 level, but I also generally don't see what's 370. If I move that up a little bit to 370, is that going to be okay? Yeah, it's still 3.5 return. So, and keep in mind that first trade that we only lost 1 penny. So we only lost $1 today, and like a penny. So let's see if this line holds. I think it's going to start breaking pretty soon. And then we're going to get a new line. Because it's not going to push all the way down. Like, it's going to, like, turn around. Come back up a little bit. We shall see. It's dipping below the 50 MA. Yeah, it's going to come around. And then it's probably going to test this line again. And as you can see, this line is still in existence. And I mean, it may have been really maybe something more like this, maybe. Let's see. These lines are important. Yeah, I don't know. Get me excited. Look at that. It popped below the 50 RSI there. And ooh, it just barely started. I mean, look at this, all this green, and it didn't even go into the purple yet. Like, still green. Now we're about to go into purple and take a nice little dive down. So he goes up and down a couple of times. So exciting. Let's do this. Let's go and read the book a little bit, huh? I know it's a long video, but should be over pretty soon. We're not going to make another trade after this. To go out and do stuff. But we'll just kind of wait and see what happens. So you can see the book has got some pressure to go down here. We've got a lot of 18s. They're buying on the 18s. Let's see what happens. Nobody's really, look, all that selling there happening. But it held. So now they're actually pushing on the 17s. And let's see if this cracks here. Because see how it's refreshing? It like pops down, but then what happens? More comes in. And it's holding this level now. So that's actually a really bad sign. There's a lot of people trying to sell up here, but now they've lifted. Okay, same with them though. So now they broke 17, so that's really good. That's pretty intense. It means it's going to drop down a little more, I believe. I refresh this. They're selling the 16s and holding it. Holding 16s, holding 16s still. See, there's certain numbers that hold more than others. So like 16, like 150 sold at 16, it's holding. So that means that this is a support level here. Just like the 17s, I guess. Refreshing, see they keep adding more to it. Refreshing the 16s, now it's starting to pop up a little bit. The sellers are gone. So everyone who wanted to sell there sold. So now it's going to probably turn around a little bit here. I mean, you know, let's just kind of keep reading this. Every minute there's like a new update of information, so it's kind of like, don't really know. Okay, pop the 18s. So now we can see it's kind of holding this line. Like something like that. It's trying to make like a line over there. I don't know. But it definitely broke with this one. And, ooh, it's pretty cool. Let's just wait and see what happens. So the 20s and the 19s are fighting it out. 19s. Nobody's really selling here. They're all just buying. Okay. So they're all buying, they're all buying. And let's see if there's any number that stands out that they can't get through. So we've got our 23s just holding a little bit, but I think they're going to pop. Yeah, up, up, up we go here for a little bit of turnaround. Now, if you look at the drops, this still has a lot to go. Alright, what we're going to do here is we're going to pause this. We're going to figure out what happens. Yeah, so again, we're hitting this moment of truth here where this line is now holding the support. And if we don't start rallying really hard from here, this line is going to break. And if this line breaks, then it only gives more confirmation that this line is held and that there's sort of a new line being formed from the top, which is going to create a strong move down. Now it could just go to the other side of the line and then travel up the line and hold the line there. But if time goes on and nothing happens, this line is going to break, which is going to force the price down. As you can see, the line has broken and the price has forced down a bit. We have now hit the first, just, look at our profit. We're already pretty high. Now we're still gonna wait. We're not gonna take anything here. I don't know. That's not how it works. You wait. So, there's still a line, because now we have this line. So this line is now going to hold, because this line is too strong to break. But there's another line, and that one is now this line. This line is going to break because it's too strong, or it's too weak. This line is going to break because it's too weak. If time goes on, the line breaks. Do you notice how the higher the slant of the line, the more of the slope of the line, the weaker it is? Because if time goes on, this line is going to break. The line is going to break unless the price gets smashed down. Do you see how that works? And if this line breaks, then we're no longer on a downtrend. We're going to be on an uptrend. So this would be a good place to put my good place to take some profit, but I'm just not going to do that. We're going to see though. We're going to see how much of a gain we actually made here. That doesn't help. Oh, line went on. Sorry, time went on, but the line did not break. That means the sellers are pushing down. But this one's going to be too strong. That one's going to hold, isn't it? This line's going to hold, and that line's going to break. It's pretty clear. If you look at the order book, there's too many buyers here. So this line's going to hold, this line's going to break. Very likely. Yeah, see? Okay. Let's come back around now. Now, what's the next line that's going to hold? Well, we don't really know, but this one looks reasonable right here, right? And if I had taken, God, where's the thing? There's like a thing we can do here in this short position. Because this is 0.25 or so. And what we need to do is make sure that we point. It's just not enough. It's just not enough. We gotta hold it. We gotta hold our trades. So let's see now. Ooh, there's this line. You guys see this one? Right there. That one is probably actually might hold, but we'll have to see. It might hold. This line broke, as you can see. But yeah, so this line might actually hold. Isn't that crazy how these lines, they just hold. And then if that line holds, then we kind of get this. It's a little too sharp. I don't know. This might not hold. We'll see. And we're coming to close to another moment of truth here. This bottom line is pretty strong. I don't think it's gonna break. Not yet. It's gonna need a few tests. But let's look at the order book here. There is not very much being. Okay, never mind. It's refilling. Oops. Refresh this here. This is exhilarating here. Let's get rid of this. And yeah. So it's coming up a little bit now. Let's see if it breaks through the line. If it breaks the line, it's gonna go up. Ooh, it's gonna break the line, huh? Yeah, because time goes on and this line is gonna break. So we'll see. But you see how there's gonna be a resistance line that's gonna be forming around here? Something more like, maybe more like this now here. These resistance lines are gonna be the answer to our prayers. And because see how it's getting harder and harder for time to break these lines. They're getting flatter and flatter. So since time is not on their side, that means there needs to be lots of buyers in order for this line to break upward. But because there are not lots of buyers here, the line is holding. So that line held, and now we have a strong line. So now the line is actually getting stronger. But again, we're going to test this line and see what happens. Isn't this freaking awesome? This is my theory of lines, the line theory. We took a little rip, but now we're ahead. We're already ahead $1. But keep in mind that trying to play for money is not a good idea in this game. In this game, you want to just develop skills and knowledge, understand how it works, make little trades, then you will have money. Okay, so the buyers are starting to come in here. They're really going to have to push through this in order for time to be on their side. But if they can break this, then if you can project time going forward from here, it's going to start going on an uptrend. Because the sellers are not pushing down here. Unless they want to push down here. See, time is against the sellers, but if the sellers are interested in selling, then this line is going to help them, because the lines are strong. This line is pretty strong because of time. It's so flat. Therefore, the line is reasonably strong. Gives it a little bit more weight than you might think. Even though it is a very small, pathetic line. It's like, how is that a strong line? It's like, there's not even a peak, and like, what the hell is that? That's what makes it strong. That's not even a peak. And what the hell is that? So there's no buyers, right? Look at the moves down from this line. Now this line here, as you can see, time is not really affecting this line that much, because if time moves forward, the line is so flat that there's still several more minutes. It's gonna take like this much time for this line to break. So that's why it's kind of on the seller's side. So we got one move off this line, 2 moves off this line, and this is going to be a 3rd move off this line, which is probably going to be enough to actually break this line. And if this line breaks, we could probably hold this trade even longer and hold it to here. Because see, now where the price is at, if time goes forward, time is on our side, because this line may very well easily break. And if that line easily breaks, just like that, then I mean this thing is going to catapult down here. But we have another. See, sometimes, you know, the lines aren't exactly drawn perfectly, so it's probably that I drew it a little bit wrong. Nope, it's coming down here. Here we go. Oh, is that not gonna? Jeez, that was just a few dollars away. Okay. Ooh, there we go. Bam! Yes! Yes! Easy 4-to-1 trade. How much was this? This was easy 4-to-1 R. Easy 4R. Really, really, really nice trade, guys. Really nice trade. I mean, that was just beautiful. I mean, I don't know what to tell you on this, man. I don't know what to say. Like, you guys now know my strategies. I have these sort of different strategies working together. I like to day trade, but you also have to be careful on the day trade time frame because you have to be really accurate and you have to draw these lines. These lines are very important. Did you see how my lines called the price action much better than any of these stupid little indicators? These indicators are nice for looking at the big picture, seeing what's going on, and sort of giving you a hint of which direction things are going in. But when you really look down at it, it's the lines that I drew here on the screen. These little lines. And you saw how powerfully the price reacted off of my little lines. My stupid little lines drawn on the 1 minute time frame. I don't know, man. But to me, I see this line, like I saw that line, I'm like, I know that's the line. How do I know that's the line? I mean, well, you just, I don't know. I mean, it takes a lot of practice. We're gonna call it here. It's probably gonna drop even further now, to be honest. Probably all the way down to here, maybe even further, because I broke this really strong line here. But I don't know. You know, I don't really know. And pretty much done for right now. So I'm gonna head out. That was fun.